Hi, I'm Katrina. They call me Kat. I'm going to share some ideas on how to add some bling to your corset and grommets and lacing. I recently was at the Oregon Renaissance Festival and I wanted to wear a corset inside out. The front side of the grommets are a little bit different than the back side. They're a little less finished looking, so I wanted to add something fun to them. When Michelle, owner, creator, and mastermind behind Damsel in Distress, saw that, she said something like, I'm next level on how to trick out my grommets, which of course is super exciting to hear, and asked if I would do an instructional video. So here we are. Okay, let's talk about the things we're going to need for some fun. First, need a bunch of these. They are a bunch of blank push pins with a locking back. I think you can get like 50 sets of them for like $6. This is like a 10mm front that just fell off right here. And that means you can put anything else bigger than that on it. The next thing you're gonna need is some E6000. If you haven't met, you should become friends because this will lock anything on pretty much permanently, and I've never had anything pop off yet. As you can see, you can pretty much glue anything to these blank push pins. The things that you saw in the photos that I used were these tiny little 14mm, they call them buttons, flat back buttons that you can glue onto them. I also purchased some bigger ones. These I think are 19mm. They're not quite as flat backed. There's a little protrusion on the back, but you can still use them. Honest, I've gotten some pirate coins and you can use actual coins. I have some wooden owl buttons that I've used. Pretty much sky is the limit. So with your E6000, always make sure to not just put a dab on, but a nice lovely blop, like a heavy blop, especially for the ones that have the protrusions in the back, so that they have a lot to stick to. I usually stick my pins in 2 layers of cardboard so it holds them steady, and you can just literally put them on there. It doesn't take too long for the glue to start kind of gelling up a little bit. So make sure that I usually do like 2, 3, 4 at a time. And I just put it on there and let it dry. I think it takes like 24 hours. Okay guys, I'm going to show you how these work. So the ones I used in Oregon were these tiny little guys. So you literally just put them in the grommet. Now I can show you real quick. You can do it just like this and it sits okay, but it jiggles a lot more. So what I did is just cut some little 1-inch webbing strap as little fabric washers, and when you put that on there, it actually helps so that they don't jiggle quite as much on there. So those are super fun, which is the ones that I used. And then the bigger ones that I just created, that I just wanted to show you, like even when your corset has lacing in it, it still fits on there just fine. Put my little fabric washer, lock the back, and you can see that even with these on, there's still play, and that the lacing still pulls to tighten after you put them on, and you just move those back. Same thing, my little wooden owl buttons that I love. Put the little fabric washer on the back and lock those babies on there. Same thing, they can cover your grommets, and I even did it. So I know everybody is different, but to be honest, I do this with every corset before I put it on. I lace up the bottom 3 grommets, so I'm not trying to struggle to get the lacing through the grommets. I'm holding it with my chicken wing arms, trying to put it on. So I do this every time I put a corset on. I do the last 3 laces, and I'll show you what I do. So then, because we're already pre-lacing the bottom ones, I'm gonna put some of the grommet bling in. We'll start with the small one, and that can be on the back with that little webbing. And we're gonna lock that on. And then I'm gonna put one of the bigger, prettier ones on. We'll do that. and then I'll show you how I do this. Make sure just not to catch the ribbon in it, or you won't be able to pull it. And then, okay, hi. So I know I told you I pre-laced the first 3 grommets, top, bottom, top, doesn't really matter. And what I do is just then stretch it out, and I just put it on over my head. I do this every time I put a corset on. It makes it way easier trying to lace it up, not trying to hold it under my arms and do the lacing. So let's see if I can show you a little bit closer then. So as you can see, even with the grommet bling, that the laces still move. So I just do the next level up. I only did one side just to show you. After you lace, throw the grommet bling, the fabric, and the back. Do the next lace up, next grommet up, and then once that in, put this bling, fabric, back, next grommet up, before you tighten it, bling, fabric, webbing, back, and then you can see that you can tighten this up just like you normally do. Probably shouldn't have put a 29 on to do this video, but it'll suit the purpose. Alright, so as you can see, all the bling is there, not budged. They wiggle just a little bit, but not too much. And that's how it works. And I got one more thing to show you. You can buy these super inexpensive sweater clasps. I forgot to show you guys these earlier. I'll put a link to these. And make sure you get the ones with the really heavy duty hook. And all I did in that photo that you guys saw, tuck this away. Tuck, 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 tuck. So I hooked the hook on the lace. And reach down to the next lace like that. So the laces with the hook and the little thing. Next one, this one, and then it goes down to the next set of laces. You use the clip. So essentially you use the sweater clasp hook on the top lace, then use this to pinch the bottom laces. Just like that. And like that. And I think for the set of 4, it's like $8 or something like that. So, anywho. Ta-da. And also, if you guys are interested, I have videos on how to do the fancy sweater cap clasps on the top of the Aurora, and how to add conchos and webbing strap to add some flair to your Flynn and pirate it up a little bit. So those videos are available also on YouTube. So thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, and have fun with it. Bye.